Hey everybody, Cheryl here from Healthy Living from Garden to Table, and today I'm going to show you how to make a basil pesto as well as a basil avocado aioli, which is pretty much a fancy word for a mayonnaise. So today I'm going to be using basil for my pesto, and there are other substitutions that you can make when you're making your basil. So just so you know, it doesn't have to be basil, or maybe it's you don't have enough basil for what the recipe calls for. You can do half basil, half spinach. Or maybe you want to put in some parsley and some spinach and some basil. You can do that. It's totally substitutional, and you can switch it out. So let's get started. I have my 2 cups of basil here. Put it in my little food processor. I love this food processor. I've been using it for years, and it's pretty much the one I use for my pesto. Even though it looks like it's too small, it'll be fine. It's going to be a little noisy here. And the next thing that I'm going to put in there is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 whole clove of garlic. I'll give it a quick little slice here. And then the next thing that I'm going to put in that you could totally change around to whatever you like is I'm going to put in a half a cup of actually toasted sunflower seeds. Now a lot of the recipes will call for pine nuts or pinoles, or however you want to call them, and they can tend to run a lot of, they can be pretty expensive. So I decided that I'm going to use sunflower seeds because that's what I had on hand, so I toasted those up. And you can also use walnuts in this. That'll be really, really good. I suggest whatever nut or seed that you use is you toast it. Just it gives it a little bit of a really nice flavor to it. And then it's going to have a quarter cup of olive oil. Now, when you're using an olive oil, I always say make sure you use a really, really good brand. You want to make sure it tastes like olives. I prefer, and I'm not an ambassador or anything like that for Costco, but Costco's my favorite olive oil. They are really, really particular on the brands that they partner with, and their olive oils always taste like olives, and it always tastes really, really good. So that's the one that I'm using today. Give it another quick pulse. Okay, and then the next substitution that I'm doing is for, instead of Parmesan cheese, I am an affiliate with Noochylicious, and the reason I decided to become an affiliate with Noochylicious is because this is a nutritional yeast. I'm allergic to dairy, so I can't do Parmesan cheese. If you can do Parmesan cheese, more power to you. Go ahead and put it in there. That's great. Even if you're not allergic to dairy, Noochylicious tastes amazing. If you've ever had nutritional yeast, a lot of them give a really bad aftertaste. This does not. This tastes amazing. It smells good. It has a nutty flavor to it. And this recipe calls for a quarter of a cup. And I'm just going to do like this because I used that cup, unfortunately, for my olive oil before I used this. There we go. All right, so a quarter cup of Noochylicious, and I'll go ahead and link that below. So if that's something that you want to try, like I said, dairy, if you're a dairy eater or dairy free, both, you will just love it. It actually gives a really, really great flavor to it. I actually prefer it, even though it's not that I don't like Parmesan cheese, I just can't have it, but I prefer the Noochylicious over the Parmesan cheese. Some pepper to taste, about about a half of a teaspoon, and then some salt, and you're going to use a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. So put that in there, and then you're just going to blend it till it's smooth. And then again, this is to what you like. If you like it really, really smooth, you do it really, really smooth. If you like it a little chunky, then do that. Perfect. So I love to take my pesto and put them in ice cube trays, and then when it freezes, take it out and put it in a freezer bag, and it tastes it's really great for salad dressing. Add olive oil, lemon juice, and shake it up after it's thawed, and it's really good. I love it on spaghetti squash. I love it on regular spaghetti. You can make it with a pesto pizza and put it with your pesto down, and then put all the toppings that you normally would a pizza, and that just tastes amazing. I'm gonna give this a quick taste so I can check for seasoning. That's good. That's really good. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is it's actually a basil aioli. And again, that's just a fancy word for mayonnaise. I don't care for mayonnaise. I like to control what I put into the ingredients. And so when I found this recipe, kind of made it my own, because that's what I kind of do. It calls for a cup of basil, and I like to use this as a spread on sandwiches and wraps. It really is really great for that. Anything pretty much that you would use for mayonnaise, you can use this aioli. Again, it's a cup of basil. Just pull that out, and a cup. Make it a packed cup, so it's kind of got a lot in there. And I'm going to use my Vitamix for this one. And then you're going to use a clove of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, or half teaspoon is fine, pretty much to taste. And then it's going to have a whole lemon in it. And then it's going to have avocado. What I do, a little quick trick on my avocado. So you slice it down there. And then to get the avocado seed out, just whack it with a knife and give it a quick turn, and it'll come right out for you. And so, I'm going to use a whole avocado in this. And you know, when you're using avocado, it's actually a healthy fat, so mayonnaise isn't always on the healthy list of ingredients, but like I said, when you're using avocado, that's a little healthier. And then I'm going to give it a splash of olive oil after I whiz this up a little bit. Let me see. Again, sorry for the noise. Drizzle in some olive oil. I would say probably about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil should do. And that's it. And then a beautiful green color. Let me give it a quick taste. That's really good. So you're going to use this anytime you use a mayonnaise. So on a sandwich, with a wrap, I like to use it with my wrap with my vegetables. It tastes really, really great. So I'm going to go ahead and post all the ingredients in the description section of this video. And if you like this video, please like and comment on this video and subscribe. And if you know of anybody else that would like this video, have them subscribe as well. And I'll also be posting the Noochylicious link in the web description as well. Thank you, and see you in the next video.